Tonight on the Kelly File, new details about the woman who terrorized the Capitol after leading police on a wild car chase before she was shot and killed. Was Miriam Carey a mad woman looking to harm the president, or just a mother struggling with postpartum depression? In minutes, Carey's family members are here, but first, a closer look at Carey's recent behavior.
Miriam Carey's family says the 34-year-old dental hygienist from Stamford, Connecticut had dreams of higher education, possibly teaching. Days ago, that all changed. Carey's sisters say after giving birth to her daughter Erica, the new mom was diagnosed with postpartum depression with psychosis. They say her doctors put her on medication, but that recently she was reducing it under her doctor's care. In December of last year, Carey's boyfriend reportedly called police twice, claiming Carey was acting irrational and putting their infant daughter in danger. When police showed up, Carey reportedly told them that President Obama had placed her town on lockdown and had ordered her home electronically monitored. Investigators now believe Carey was delusional. The Associated Press reports that cops found medication inside Carey's apartment used for bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. But the family says Carey never appeared unstable, and now they are questioning the use of deadly force against her.
Why was my sister shot and killed with her one-year-old daughter in the car and she was unarmed? Why? My mother deserves to know why.
Joining me now, Miriam Carey's sisters, Amy Carey Jones and Valerie Carey, along with their attorney, Eric Sanders. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. Valerie, let me start with you, because that was you in that soundbite asking questions of the police. And given what we saw last week with her erratic driving and threatening some officers, at least that's how it was reported, why do you have questions about the police behavior?
Well, there are many questions that can be raised. You see vehicles that have massive damage, yet and still my sister's vehicle does not have front end damage, rear end damage. There's questions. Any logical person can just look at what's being presented and ask the questions.
The reports are, and this is all going to come out in the days and weeks to come, but the reports are that she tried to ram a White House barrier, that she struck an officer, that she drove almost 80 miles an hour through red lights, gave chase when officers pulled guns on her, she hit a police car, she took a U-turn from a security facility and was speeding toward officers who opened fire on her. Given that, Amy, do you have questions as well about why the police opened fire?
Yes, I do. A lot of that footage is showing her actually trying to flee the scene. We still don't know from point A to point B exactly all the details that made this transpire. One question that really comes into my mind is, when was she shot and how that happened? I personally have been in my sister's car, and it's a two-door sedan. It's very tight in the back. The baby seat, you really have to get into the car in order to get that infant out. So when the baby was being carried away, was she then shot again? I've seen some type of interviews online as others, when you Google and research this event, that there is an eyewitness saying that she actually was able to see from a window the incident happening, and the baby was carried from the car, and then the fires continued to shot. That sounds like an execution to me. That sounds like there was the car was contained. Why was she still shot? It just really does not add up for us, and we just really are seeking answers as to the truth, as to what happened, so it can make sense.
Valerie, I know that you are a retired, I think, NYPD police sergeant, so you've got a background in law enforcement. Many have pointed out that in D.C., of all cities, the tensions are high, and police and security there worry in a way they don't have to worry in other cities about a car that's out of control and not responding to officer commands. Can you understand that piece of it?
I totally can understand that piece of it, seeing that I was a New York City police sergeant and a police officer during the time of 9/11, and tensions were high, and
well, if I can jump in, Megyn.
Absolutely.
That's a red herring. Our position is, because police training is what it is. It doesn't matter if it's a high-value target. You don't lose your constitutional rights to operate in this country freely, and that's what happened here. If we're going to use that as an excuse all the time for police behavior, then we all of us have no rights, because they're high-value targets all throughout the United States.
Let me ask you
and
that,
the same
Eric,
things
because
occur.
this is the first time that I've seen you, and I appreciate you being here, but is there a potential legal claim here that you guys are considering?
Well, we're going to investigate, like I said from the beginning, we're going to investigate these claims, and we're not going to go by just what the official version of it. We're going to perform our own investigation, put together a shooting team, as well as look at the body of Miriam Carey to make sure that the police reports and the reports that they made in the official version is consistent with what the evidence is going to be.
Amy, can I ask you, is there any lesson here for folks on postpartum depression with psychosis? I know you say that's what she was suffering from. Is there something you feel she could have done differently, her doctors could have done differently?
I just want to make it clear that we are not sure that Miriam was unstable when she got into the car and drove to D.C. It's still very questionable why she got there. We're just trying to focus on what happened when she got there. Women suffering with postpartum depression and they seek treatment, just like a lot of the doctors reported, they're very stable. Miriam held a job. She was able to hold detailed equipment to give dental care to her patients. There was never any issue with that. She had a day-to-day activity like everyone else. We spoke to her. There were no signs of delusion. She was fine.
Thank you all for being here, and condolences to you on your loss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, some angry Americans tonight are asking whether some in Washington are trying to make the government